Hello and welcome back to Ostriv. Um, Ostriv probably all know had a bit of a delay. The developer is a guy in Ukraine, and as we all know about the in Ukraine, that he had some delays. Yeah, I assured everyone that fine and back to it and such. And so he was quiet for a while, but they've been backed up quite a bit. Work on it. And things have been changing in it. Some of the core mechanics are the same, but there's a lot more fleshed out now. So I thought, well, why not jump into show you some of the things. Some things don't change though. So forestry is definitely right away because you're at handles here. Like that. What? Clay pit. And things now, clay pits used to go in place it and they were finished. Still pretty instantaneous. It's just someone actually has to go and actually like finish building it. So it's not as instant. Still pretty instantaneous. That's and let's smithy, smithy, nails. This smithy sparkle pile. That right. That's the thing that's built. Probably the only thing that's built instant. So we're gonna get houses and those out. Um, and so village houses now, they used to come just one size fits all. Now there's a bunch of different houses, and there's ones with gardens and ones without gardens. Not really a difference. The ones with gardens, though, I think price it in them. And houses still do snap on it. The 9 houses. For everyone to have a home. Got 6. And place one. Oh, wait. Okay. I can't. That out of the way. Pause it again. And house there. Charcoal pile. I'll just put that. Then the last building thatchery. Thatch. That by the water. On the go get it this way. Actually, yeah, let's get this. And I know that eventually a farm will be in order. I'm going to pause a lot of these buildings, mind you. Um, find the farm. There it is. Farm on the back. Okay, so now let's pause almost everything. And let's go. So it says why your houses are built, try decorating your settlement, which is a new thing, and the decorations are here, so we're going to put benches down. In fact, next to the fire. About decoration. There. So the forestry is definitely priority, and that's what they're. So let's actually set this up. And building in Ostriv has always been this way. So if you're new to Ostriv, it's one man team. Guy in Ukraine who's basically modeling it after the 1700s. And so your village, so all the buildings are like this, are built like this. Materials are sometimes different, but all the buildings you see step-by-step process type thing, so to speak. And then you hire workers by going like that. So, but workers have schedules, like they have a work day. See, like they have a work. Some people are taking their rest. Something that I guess he's holding true to, because of the time period then. And this is not so that not this is he has some belief going by primarily by the way it was back then, and the clay pit by the way is built, so to speak. Well, it's not built yet, but it's going to be about seconds. So now the smithy I think is next up. Yeah. That the women primarily in the village don't work necessarily all the time. So very often you see here now. One thing that you can do, not eventually once town hall, is you can start really designating jobs. There are some jobs around, like where you like fire both men. Some jobs you can forestry. Even once you have the town hall and you have more control over hiring practices, still can't put women. There are also some jobs that men can't do. There's actually a couple of jobs out there that men can't do. Now most jobs are open to genders. The jobs that men can't do are later on in the game. But the jobs are open to genders. Town hall will allow you to do that more open some jobs. And then there's some jobs off the bat that you can designate. For example, the thatchery down here, that can be that from the get-go. You can decide who to hire, and I'll probably put that job because, quite frankly, when it comes down to vendors are commodities. Ostriv, you're going to need a man to do the smithery and forestry work, and they do all the construction work. So you need as many as you can freed up to do that. So you have other society, fill out certain jobs. So that's the thing that you contend with, and and then eventually down to seasonal hiring, where certain jobs, like for example, you can go during the off season we have during winter we have this many people, will be working in this area, or during the summer we have more people chopping firewood. And so you see all these tents around here too. These tents, people who haven't seen, these tents will disappear as you build houses. So each one of these has a person, family. So that's the camp center leader. And he'll go in the first house just because he's center leader. That's why you have all the houses. One out of the tents with winter coming. And also the work you're not going to see logs magically. You're going to see the guys carrying a tree into the forestry. And then they'll take it in there and cut it. So that's how it goes here, you know. You'll see them actually jobs, you know, select the building. So everything is very well, is not, you know, some games, you know, build resource places and resources gather behind the scenes. Here you'll see it up front, like the charcoal bar, for example. You know, people are bringing firewood to it because that's how you do it. People are bringing clay over to the building, you know, and so to speak, in wood, you know, forestry and such. And then people, when they're not working, they take their rest, you know, so to speak. So people do have, you know, schedules where they rest when they're not working. You know, and resting is usually done in their tents or by the fireplace. So once the smithy is built, we're gonna want to unpause, like I do actually now, unpause the houses. So smithy. The guy in the smithy, he's bringing over the iron right now from the camp center, and charcoal will be over here by laborers, which is anybody and everybody who happens to be free at the time. And once the charcoal is activated, he'll burn it, and then he'll start smithing nails, so to speak. Over here, they're building at the first house. So as you can see, the house going, they have all the resources collected, so they're building everything. Now it used to be for a long time, in the early stages of the game, you didn't need to have a thatch or smithy. You know, nails and thatch were basically, you know, very plentiful. And then, you know, and so nails and thatch are still very plentiful, but you can't just. But you know, a smithy and a thatchery were like things that you built way off in the distance. Now you have to get them going so that you don't run out of, because while you might not run out of nails or thatch, you will run out of thatch, and nails will become a commodity. So you want to get ahead of it now, whereas previously you didn't have to worry about it at all. So, and then there are also a lot of different maps now too. This is map number 2, and maps have different amounts of resources too associated with them. So first house is built. So if you click on the so that's the camp center. So if you click on the tent, it will say families moving house. So kind of does go in an order a little bit, but you know, from what I've noticed, I'm not sure if it's clockwise or just, you know, whoever just jumps on it, so to speak. I think it's clockwise though, but I'm just not 100% sure. So as you see, the charcoal pit's burning. So once it's finished, then this guy can get to work. So he's just waiting right now. As you see, the guys waiting for a friend to get there. Now they're gonna go to work. Now they're gonna go get a tree. They chop down that tree. They carry it back. You know? And so it looks like, it's like, gosh, it's like they're barely making any headway. Well, you gotta remember how much building is going on, you know. And one thing that they haven't improved, which I like, is when this was building, everyone would be focused on that, and I'd be like, you know, you could drop resources off at the next building site, and that's been implemented now. So now they do drop resources off at the next building site. So there is a bit of efficiency to be said, so to speak. And so we've got that family. So that. Yeah, I think he might be the youngest guy who's in charge. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, everyone's older than the camp leader. He's 24. Well, hey, you know. As you notice, I'm going up here every now and then, pausing next construction as they get finished with this one almost. So that one's done now. So I'm in this guy? Oh, so which family? Family is moving. Oh, that family. Okay, so I don't know. Oh, we'll check. If they're next, then we'll know it goes counterclockwise. If they're not, then I'll just guess. Okay, well, it just randomly goes in some order. Whoever jumps on the house. House is finished, mine, you know, claiming or something like that. Fine, people are using these benches here. Something like a lamp. Birdhouse. Let's put a birdhouse up. People like birdhouse. Not too, I guess. Right here. By the way, the well fills up from time to time. There is wisdom about building a second well, and they've actually expanded the wells. For a long time, there's just this one or that, and stone well in there now too, but you need stone. But it's good to have a second well eventually. For now, this one's fine, and this will fluctuate up and down. It's eventually good to have like a permanent, like a well that's dedicated to protection, and a well that's dedicated to citizens drinking water. But for now, it's good to it's fine just to have one well right now. Building that house up. So I want to get that house built and then get thatchery. So let's get the thatchery paused. So we can thatchery because we're going to be running out of thatch. And now a good way to see what resource you get, and click on the camp storage and okay, we got 500 iron, we got almost 1,000 nails, and we got 2,000 thatch, which is more than enough. And this guy's smith and nails, crazy bird. Got tons of charcoal on hand to do that, and the wood guys are catching up the wood, so to speak. So they're going to build this, and this requires a lot of thatch as well. Which is why I want to get a thatchery up running, because having no thatch can sometimes be the kiss of death, because then all the houses are held up in other buildings that require thatch, which a lot of them do, don't get what they're needed. So this building right here got almost everything that it needs, and then they'll start building it. But yeah, with that, it still needs 1,100 wood, and they're finishing up this house right now. So I don't want to. I want to keep the farm paused. I just want them building this, just the thatchery, and this house, of course. Finish this house. So now I'm not going to unpause any other buildings where the thatchery is being built because it does go in order. So if I were to unpause this, in the factory, they would head and build that building. So, because this order up here is actually a thing. So, you know, one could say, well, you should pause all the buildings, and I'd say, yeah, there is wisdom to unpausing all the buildings, you know. But when you have this many queued up, you probably want to do it a little bit, especially if you want to manage the workload. So the factory can be built rather quickly. So, the resource there, so I'm going to build that. So since they're almost done with that, I'm going to unpause the next. So the thatchery. So I'm going to go to hire options, and it says you can hire women and men. I'm just going to say no, you can't hire men. I'm going to put a woman. Now I put one because thatch can be made pretty quickly. Now you see all these little pathways. The roads here are also done by path most traveled. So slight path forming 50. You see that's the way he keeps going. Paths are formed to other. That's how people are walking. So paths are formed by people traveling the road that route often. You know, which makes sense. That's how, you know, roads and paths would be determined. You know, it's like the ground here is impacted because of people walking that way. You know, so you see paths to houses are, you know, because of people, you know, doing that. So, and it's not the way I'm going to do it here, and the reason I'm not unpausing is required for every building, and I don't want them, you know, dividing up resources the entire time, and that therefore it takes twice as long to procure resources for a particular building. So, once all the resources are gathered here, then I'll unpause the next. Okay, now I can unpause the next. Start that as they build. So, because I want them to faster if they all focus on it. So, yeah, so she's making thatch. So she goes down and gets reeds from this area, and then she makes thatch out of that. And eventually, a warehouse will be next on the list after all these are built. So, a farm will also be built too, and staffed, and it probably won't be staffed right away, but it will be there, and it will be and I'll probably put staff on it when spring rolls around, or like in February, March. I'll staff it up. Villagers have food uh, initially, so there is that. So their house, right? Yep. So four houses are screwed up, and four families and tents are left. And I think we can safely say it looks like it goes in a counterclockwise order. So everything that's in the tents is one of the tents first. So you see they have a lot of food in the tents and things like that, and even firewood. So they take everything that they own and they bring it to the house. So that's why you don't have to feed them right off the bat. They have a lot of stuff with them and they bring it to their house. So I think we're starting to run low on thatch. And not too low, and she's making thatch, so running out of thatch here. She's got 800 thatch there. And I think people are actually taking thatch from her directly. Up at some part of the next house. They got all the resources there. How's this guy doing? Okay, so his charcoal pile needs. Oh, they're bringing firewood. He's got plenty of charcoal for now, though. So. Oh, she's taking a rest. Now, one thing that the game will ask you to do once you have things set up is to build another house to get people to come here. But there are requirements. If I just built an extra house now, they're like, well, are the jobs available? Restrictions is sale, things like that. There are things that are required to have people migrate. And I have played this game in the past where I was able to actually have some people migrate by satisfying all the requirements. And I think the requirements probably are generally the same, but that remains. You can actually tell them to get bark now. I'm not sure how bark helps contributes, but there's there. So 18 logs is the max. As you can see, they have quite a few logs. They've already maxed out all the wood and firewood, so which is good. You want to have a large surplus. And part of the way that you can get log production is put it in a warehouse. So the storage in here is supposed to be empty. Now warehouses do also have storage limits. You can't just throw all 10,000 in and call it good, because you want to store multiple things in a warehouse build. And put it right here actually. Or pause it. Not gonna build it yet. Oh, snap. Pause the house. Not paying attention. I was like, pay attention. Are things that need to be built. So thatch is starting to go down. Got tons of thatch, tons of wood, and we got nails that are being produced here. So I think we're okay for now. And there is a trade mechanic in the game too, but that's kind of in the distance right now. Also, here can be protected. I'll show you actually. So, because you do want some beautification, so mark trees for protection. So mark these right here. Don't cut these. and then you can mark like so you can go unmarked trees, mark trees, unmarked trees, mark trees, removal. So you can do that. Plant trees. Now they'll go out and they'll do trees themselves, like you know, cutting them down, so to speak. You can mark certain ones though. If you're going, you know, I want to build a building here, so I want you to go with these. So prioritize that, and then at times you might, well, I want to plant, and I want to kind of plant trees here. Sorry, not plant trees over here. So this might be an area that I might mark for. I might want to build another production building over in this general area, or right here. I want to keep this area kind of nice though. So this is kind of going to be the area that I'm going to move trees, but I don't have to tell them. I don't have to direct them in yet because they're doing a pretty good job themselves. And so that's the warehouse. You have all the materials there? Not yet, okay. Pause the warehouse. Warehouse doesn't take very much at all to be built. House is finished. So, yeah, be patient. You're the last one to being built. That's also the camp center. You can remove that the minute that you build a town hall. So the idea I'm doing, the reason I'm building a warehouse is I want to get rid of this, and it goes away once you make it empty, but it's not empty. So, but I don't think I'm going to be able to empty it right away because I'm going to probably make it part of a refined resources warehouse. I might build another warehouse later on that has more raw material. That'll be later on. So you see, build a farm, livestock, build more village houses to attract new citizens. We got all the houses, so everyone's got a house now. And so, you know, so let's get the farm also food up at least. Oh, I'm starting a mistake. I told you what happens because of the priority. I need the warehouse built now. Finish the warehouse, then we can focus on the farm. Okay, now the farm is lit. I'm gonna slow it down because the warehouse also requires work, but it's like the factory. So higher options. And then I'm gonna put wood and thousands. Put 1,000 wood initially. I'm gonna put. I don't know if we can do firewood. Put nails. Put 1,000 nails. That's 1,000 resources. Thatch. But thatch. Oh, let's do it. Why not? Rest of the iron. I'll remove the iron once it's gone. Empty other. Actually, you know what? Let's not do iron. Blacksmith will handle that for us. Metal parts, though. 100 metal. That's 1,000. Put firewood in. Got 5,000. That's 1,000 I have left. Go with 1,000. And then I'll put the 900 left. I'll put an extra 500. At 400 left now. I'll add to that. I'll add another that. So and then let's that they'll start taking things from there and putting it in there. This guy, yeah, he's pretty cool parts. Cool parts is good. So yeah, the farm will get built, and then it will be, it'll be late in the year, and we'll probably hold off on building as the winter months will come and snow will come. You don't want people to go out there in the snow. The farm requires a lot of thatch. So, and we have thatch. We have tons of thatch sitting right there. And she's taking a lot of thatch, and she's hit the limit of the thatch. Hence why I'm putting thatch in the warehouse. So, yeah, because otherwise we're gonna run out of thatch. So, like I said, certain buildings require quite a bit of thatch, and we have quite a bit of thatch. But we're gonna complete the thatch with this. Now, just got done with work, but when she's back, she'll have plenty of breeds to work on the thatch, and we need 700 thatch. I don't think we have that much storage. Did have some storage, but we're low on thatch now. So yeah, so 610 thatch. Can't find thatch anywhere. That will be fixed. At work now. Yeah. Making thatch. They're pretty much grabbing it as quick as you can make. So farm might be a little bit delayed, but thatch problem. But gosh, I kind of feel sorry for her. I can just see her sitting at break and people coming and going, so that thatch. It's like, well, I'm not working. I know, but you gotta make it, right? They do build when they can't find resources. They build as much as they can. So this is mainly very much a roof thing right now. That they can't fix it. And I think her next work day she'll be able to knock it out. She's and back to working. Boy, does she got a job to do. So. So they got the thatch that they need to furnish the farm. So it's December now. And so they finished just in time because it started snowing. The farm is also going to be run by women, so I'm going to recommend that. And we'll get to that more so. And we'll probably build a new house. We'll place a new house. And then just pause it. So. Markets all up. Markets are also produced automatic. And they will also be worked by women. It's just because we don't have to work. And this is built the Hall Agreement with control over the economy. So which we will be doing. We'll also be building a different cart storage, like maybe over here for cart parking. Yeah, kind of the way, because we're gonna put the town hall here, essentially, or down in this. I'm not sure, but we need to move carts regardless. Maybe we'll move carts here or here. And we'll probably build more carts. Now, something that about the carts, I'm gonna notice here. Carts have condition. Not all of them are in the best condition. So you want to build Um, carpentry. Carpentry repairs carts, makes carts and plows and what. Want to have a carpentry closet. So carpentry is so the house that I'm building here. That's something you want to do. Get an extra family so you can have a carpenter without people, without work time, so to speak. Now there might be something said about hire a carpenter. Yes, you can do. Then you have to cut it out. You know, the thing is, repair during the winter. Now these conditions of the carts aren't the best, so that's why you want to do one quick, because people will carry things to workplaces, but as you can imagine, it would not be optimal. Something that will be built probably right away once the winter months are kind of passing, probably in February, when I'll have them build it, and then in March I'll get the field plotted out and we'll have to start farming, because that will be necessary. And we'll probably get carpentry built around the same time, because the carpentry, that's a job. The good thing about it, that the wool we have right now is people can bring material. So as you thatch, tons of thatch now in storage, which is good because this is going to require 420 thatch, so we have more than enough. But they're stocking things up. Hills are coming, the wood is coming, the firewood. So so everyone who does certain jobs like that, they are jobs, so to speak. And so necessary. So that's good. And I have 2 people. Perhaps I'll probably cut it down to 1 once we fill it up. Perhaps right now I want to have the 2. So they get stocked up. Going at a fast speed, breakneck Ostriv. Keep in mind, your village is not called Ostriv. It's called something. Generally, that would. I can't. You know what? Call it whatever you important. I thought there was a way to look at. But yeah, it's kind of based on, I mean, the societal idea, climate, and everything is based on, the guy's real life experience, which is Ukraine. So, so there is that. Really cool. The water. Something I always liked about water and from day one when I started supporting this, the water and trees always really pretty, and such. So it is a nice looking game for it being a one-man project. Now, I think the house, so it's a little bit longer. I can get the field built. The idea, I'm gonna add a field right here. Build. Actually, right click. Gonna be potatoes, not wheat. Activate. Yeah, don't plow the field. We don't have a plow. So plow. Because we can't plow. So I'm gonna unpause the house. So yeah, you can build that now. Right? And in terms of So, oh, okay. So I'm gonna get some so job market. Okay, got 3. Um, so oh yeah, activate that field. So they're sowing the field now, right now. Potatoes. Potatoes are really easy to grow. So they handle climate. So they can sow the whole field. Hope so. Also, in terms of like they have potato seeds, everyone who comes has potatoes and plant. So yeah, you want to look at what they have, but potatoes is a fire thing, and they have most of. So what else? Regardless, you have quite a few, but it's generous enough. There's a growth rate. So the people at the farm, they are working, so to speak. This is where you add plows. And build that. So, slow it down here. So you take a look. So here it is. So here's a house. Migration allowed, okay? Water supply, good. Not enough food for sale. Housing available, good. Jobs are available. No entertainment buildings required, and so okay. So we need to sell food. Not a problem. We're so we got here, right? So what are we selling? Well, we're gonna sell potatoes. So let's potatoes will be for sale. What else will be there? Firewood. Why not? Firewood's for sale. And then that's all we'll sell for now. So bark. Bark. So anything else that we're not right now. Okay, so okay. Right there. And laborers also there, and okay. So we got that going on. So do we have any other? So I think that one of the women out of here working. That's why. Okay, so what's happening right now is this. This is what happens when you have labor fluctuates that. So yeah, like let's speed this up and someone takes over the market stall job. But very much what it is right now is that people are taking things to the charcoal pile. So I think we have some people. And so the laborers are people bringing stuff to timber to sell. So we don't have any potatoes yet. We don't have potatoes because potatoes are growing, but not enough food for sale, no jobs available. Will be jobs available. Carpentry is here, right? You go like this. Well, okay, wait a minute. No one to hire. Not a problem. Jobs are available now. That's the point. So, yeah. basically perform repairs that stop that from breaking. Now, no one will work there because the construction. Now, the Yeas are growing, so you have migration. Not yet, not enough food to sale. You go here and you might want to go, okay, well, in that case, let's add, something to, what else could be gathered? Well, nothing really established. Now, what you can do is, okay, well, let's take from, so something that people have a lot of, a lot of people have a lot of dried fish and have a lot of peas, buckwheat. So we're going to add buckwheat menu. I don't know if they'll take it from other people. But they might. So remains to be seen. Now something to be said about WoW. So we have a farm, and so adding another field is probably a good idea. You don't want to add too big of a field though, because you might have space for people to go up. So what I'm gonna do, okay, forestry guys. I want to mark some. I need these here out of the way because I need. So they'll go after those trees. So as you can walk off there. So need to get our jobs here. We just need to get food for sale, and then we'll have somebody coming. I think pretty much all the trees in there are marked for removal, so the forestry guys will take care of that. As much as they can. They have a bit of a log problem here. In essence, having way too many logs. And oh gosh, we're full. Oh boy, we need to find a wood. Gonna stop with them. Can I? Can't put in logs. Okay, well, metal parts it is. We get more logs than capacity. I mean, the good thing is the potatoes are really coming along. instead is iron ore mine. That needs to be over or it can be placed anywhere, but it's probably near a deposit. And there are quite a few deposits on this map. But town. Keep in mind, before I started showing you guys the game, I looked for a good spot. Problem is, most of the iron ore deposits are way over here, near these hills. But I couldn't build a town there because, one, you can't build in the center area because it's inaccessible. You can build on the other side of this huge landmass because it loops around. Problem is, there's almost no trees available, and it's all on a huge, massive hill. So building like this would be next to impossible, and you want to have things close together. So there is, just that to contend with. Here, left, these are growing. So gosh, I'm gonna have to have them harvest these before too long. I had enough charcoal. You got tons of charcoal right next door. Or not, never. Oh yeah, you do. You have tons of charcoal. I know what that guy's complaining about. Yeah, okay. I hope these ripen soon because I hope the ripening is quicker. We might have built a field that was too big for our own good, but eventually, how many? We have 2 total and 2 looking for jobs, so hire 1 more. Although I'm not sure that's going to matter. Maybe in the harvesting it will matter, but during the growth and ripening, I don't think having more people in there is going to make a difference. But you never know. So I kind of feel for these foresters. They're up to 26 logs now. They're bringing logs back, because they were asked, but they're way over capacity now. The problem is wood isn't really used all that much now. Well, actually, how much does a well take? Okay, well, we can build another well. Suppose, Yeah, that will take some of the wood out of the storage, I guess. Wood was filled up almost instantaneously. Okay, let's take a look at town hall. To build a town hall, it would take quite a bit of research. Good thing. Wait, that's almost there, so we can wait on that. Oh gosh, so the growth didn't finish, but the ripening happened, and they're harvesting it right now. So that should satisfy that, right? Enough food for sale? Yeah, you'd think so. Oh gosh, it just occurred to me. I should probably build a different one or building that I didn't even think about, and that is the granary. So let's build the granary right here. build it right next to the farm. So as you see, they're coming. So he'll take this job here, I'm pretty sure. Once he gets here. So he's coming. Him and his family. He's unemployed because he's there yet. But he has a job now. And this is where you can order things. So you can go, okay, go into the cart now. You need to have a bigger cart thing. But he's going to repair things, which is good. It's critical that we get things repaired. So as you can see, so that's being built. Yeah, so let's get that built. Now what I'm going to have them do is going to be, so the metal parts are going to be critical for this guy's job. Now the carts still those automatic. And they're in pretty dire condition for the fuel. So yeah, they're building the, get that, and then we'll don't Iron Man. Only women. And we'll do that. So yeah. They're looking for a job since when? When did that happen? Trying to forget who exactly is unemployed. Really? Huh. I didn't think so. See, one is full. Have prepared one. So what I'm going to have them do now is cart parking thing I want them to build. It gives you one extra cart that you can make, and it also allows a better area for parking. Cart parking. I don't want to build it too far away. I want to put it. Problem is like allowed here. I was gonna place this camp car parking. Can't place car parking. Only car parking because I'd love to put it right now without the hassle. Where I could next. I'm gonna put it right here. Guys will come to build that. And then I'm gonna drag all the carts over there. I'm gonna order a cart too after that. So, go like this. Grab one. Next one over there. Drag the last one. So this is go like that, right? And these guys will then build one. Okay, then you start. Okay. And then on top of that, I'm gonna order a plow. Fine, not oxen. Not gonna do the plow for now. So the guys will move the carts themselves, and we'll polish this. And let's. How's the milk production? No oxen. Not sure if you have to get oxen. See, I didn't really spend a lot of time building livestock. A livestock place when I've had it beforehand because I wasn't sure how the livestock works. Because I know in games like Banish, for example, you don't have lives. You know, you don't start with livestock. You're a higher difficulty. I always on the normal difficulty, which gives you seeds but not livestock. You had to get livestock. Now, whether or not you have, you know, it says not enough oxen, so I'm guessing I don't have oxen, but I don't know if that's a sure thing. Now chickens, I might have enough, so to speak. I might have chickens. I don't know though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build. I'm not going to build. Actually, I could make that a farm area. You know the chicken whole time. Right there. And another house, probably, you know. Build it right there. Jump it up here. The town hall thing, that will happen once that's empty. Once this is removed, there will be a lot of space right here, so to speak. And I'm going to build the town hall right here, hopefully, and get that removed. Town hall allows you to put charge who are like governors, so to speak. It's also where you can handle building. Now, there is something said about that. There's a construction office that allows to hire additional builders. You know, that's if you want to go on top of the builders that you already have. So on top of all these guys, if you want to hire like 7 builders, you know. So, not sure what the chicken coop's gonna look like, honestly. Let's look at the farms. So I don't know if we have any chicken. And then I don't know. Have any hatches, eggs? So she's coming to work. Oh, she's right there. So I don't know what she's gonna do. just for production. Have one for, and it should get water, so that's good. They eat. That could grow what they're eating. Oh, we should probably put potatoes right here. How many potatoes do we have? Tons? Oh wow. Okay, well let's say that we always want to have 2,000 potatoes. Still getting water? So we got 4 carts now, so they're done. And they're gonna keep doing repairs. Let's speed this up again. Don't know what's gonna go on here. I don't know if anything to like patch or anything like that. I don't know what's happening. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know if she's nestling eggs or like make good or like make, you know, I'm not sure exactly what job she's doing. I can't really tell you what. Didn't say no eggs, didn't say no this, no that. So, what I'm gonna do, actually, I want to do trade, but I don't want to do that until I have a handle on the economy with like people working and like having a town hall that's like kind of handling government affairs. I putting him there. Wish I knew. Sure. Hold up. November. No hatchling yet. I'm not sure what job she's there. Um, but I think it's something. What it is, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna. So this house, no jobs available. That is true. Huh. Well, now there is one. Working. I just don't know what that means. Oh, Got someone coming. Why he's winter. Plant a new house. Gosh, the water is downfall. We're gonna pause this house. We don't. And that guy's coming. So why we're at Forcer probably enjoy. I wouldn't mind doing. Warm. Working. I'm not sure what she's doing, but she's doing something. Well, you know what? It's been quite the street. I'm gonna leave it here for you guys. So I'll try and figure out something about this chicken thing. You're probably screaming at me right now. I'm looking at my phone right now. Um, so I'll try and figure it out. Maybe we'll have join this next time. But yeah. So if you liked it, make sure you leave a like. But what I appreciate more is the subscribe button. But this has been Ostriv. Definitely can subscribe to this, guys. Well, and I hope you're all enjoying your summer as we go ahead. Some pretty hot temperature right now. So until next time, guys, this is vlogging.